Hello, teachers and staff. My name is Ms. Pagan. I am a remote teacher, and I am also a virtual content specialist. And in collaboration with the Division of Multilingual Learners, I'd like to present to you some supports that can be used in this lesson. You will notice that there will be 3 videos attached to this lesson. One will be an instructional video using an English Jamboard to support multilingual learners. Also, a Spanish Jamboard to support English language learners or multilingual learners whose first or home language is Spanish. And finally, this video of how to use the line and fill tools. In this lesson, the focus question is how can you partition circles and rectangles into equal parts with halves, thirds, and fourths. For that reason, it is very important that students are aware of how to use the features in this lesson on how to draw using PowerPoint or utilize the Jamboards, for the reason that they will be partitioning circles and partitioning rectangles. You will notice in slide 7 of the Engaging Multilingual Learners that one of the suggestions is to use the home language as a resource. For that reason, you will be provided with a PowerPoint slide in which there is a Spanish and an English Google Jamboard. Simply, click on the hyperlink below the Google Jamboard that you would like to use, and you will be prompted to make a copy. You can utilize the copy both in your Google Classroom to teach remotely or for an individual student, a partnership, or a group of students. Teachers, I'd like to just draw your attention to slide number 9. Here you will find how to draw in slides with an extra focus on utilizing the line tools. These line tools will be used in this lesson to partition both circles and to partition rectangles. Also, you will use the fill tool to shade either the circles or the rectangles that are partitioned. I'd like to draw your attention where you will be using these tools. If you decide to use the PowerPoint, on slide 13, students are first prompted to use the scribble tool and circle the shapes that have 2 equal shares with 1 share shaded. Simply go on your toolbar and you'll notice a line. Click on the line where right next to the line, there'll be an arrow. A new window will open up and you'll click right down on the scribble. Students can use this scribble tool to scribble anywhere on a PowerPoint slide. In this PowerPoint slide, they can use the scribble tool to circle one of the shapes. Simply click, continue to click and drag until you have a full circle. This allows you to circle any of the shapes, and the circle will remain on the PowerPoint slide as an image. In the following slides, students will be asked to shade 1/2 of the shapes, and students can use the fill color tool. Simply click on the shape and on the actual equal part they would like to shade, then return back to the toolbar and click on the fill color. Once clicking on the fill color, select the color. Instantaneously, that's it. That section, or rather that equal part, is shaded. Finally, teachers, in the final section of Explore, students will use the line tool to partition the shapes to show halves. Once again, return to the line tool, open the window, click on the first line, click on the exterior of the shape, pull and drag until there is a full line that partitions or breaks in half any of the shapes. However, you're unable to click here and fill the color tool once you've partitioned the shape. For that reason, my suggestion is to use the Google Jamboard if you are using slide 15, rather slide 16 and slide 17 in the Explore section. You'll notice in the Google Jamboard, in this slide, which is the same slide, I have partitioned one section by drawing a line and then using the paint tool. If you have not used the Google Jamboard in the past, on the left-hand side, there are several tools. The first tool is the drawing. So you can draw by clicking on the pen, select the color, and then draw a line to partition a shape. You can also click right back on that same icon and select instead the brush with any color, and that will allow you to shade. So students can partition and then shade the shape to show halves in this Google Jamboard. You'll also notice that there is an eraser in case any errors are made. There is a pointer, a sticky note where students can write any information, add their own images, use their own shape tools to create shapes, and place it anywhere on the Google Jamboard. And finally, a text box so that students can label their work. And as a teacher, I utilize the laser tool so I can guide students as they're working. Many times with English language learners, I can guide the students using the laser, and then they can continue using my guidance to complete the activity. So you'll notice that there is a Spanish. This is the English Google Jamboard, and there is also a Spanish Google Jamboard with directions in Spanish, also with the directions using the Google Jamboard. So the directions here are slightly adapted in the Explore section to match the icons or the tools of the Google Jamboard. Again, you will be provided with both the English and Google Jamboard. And also in this video, I have shown you how you can use the line and the fill tools, which are on slide 9. Again, this is Ms. Pagan. I presented a few tools for you today using the home language as a resource, and also how to use the line, scribble, and the fill tool to complete the explore sections of this lesson. This is Unit 8B, Day 10, how can you partition circles and rectangles into equal parts with halves, thirds, and fourths. Feel free to place comments and questions on our our YouTube page so we can best support you as you best support your students.